Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, I want to share another random musing with you from the scriptures. And today I want to pick some scriptures from Genesis. So my children and I have been studying the book of Genesis, and it has been an amazing, insightful, enriching study. When we got to the time when God spoke to Noah and told him to build an ark and the rain came, something struck me there, and I want to share it with you. You see, something is always striking me from the scripture. That's because the scripture is full of lots of insight, lots of life and powerful help, grace, and all we need for our journey in life. Now, when we read Genesis chapter 7, I'm still reading the NLT Bible. In Genesis chapter 7, we see that the flood came. From 17 says, for 40 days the flood prevailed. So it rained for 40 days, and then a lot of things happened. People died, and we know that story. And then by the time we get to the end of chapter 7, 7:24 says, and the water covered the earth for 150 days. When I read, I was like, wait, rain fell for 40 days. But 150 days after that 40 days, the water, the effect of that rain was still on the earth. And when I saw this, I quickly called my children's attention, and we began to look at it. And then we looked at chapter 8. In chapter 8, we see that after 150 days, exactly, I'm reading 8:3 now, exactly 5 months from the time the flood began, the boat came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Take note of that. And then 2.5 months later, the water still continued to go down. Another 40 days, we began to count, and we counted almost 300 days, like a year, kind of. Until finally, it says finally when Noah, that's 8:13, was 601 years old. Yes, 10.5 months after the flood began, Noah lifted back the cover to look, and the water was drying. So something that happened for just 40 days, a month and 10 days, had such tremendous impact that for days and months and weeks afterwards, the impact was still felt. What do I want to say to you today? You need to become consistent in whatever you are doing. If it's the study of the scripture, if it's prayer, which is very important discipline for us as believers, whatever the Lord has put in your hands to do, become consistent in it. I remember telling my children that, see, you can do something for 40 days and the effects will continue and linger. Now, that does not mean we should now do something for 40 days and stop. No, but just telling us the power of consistency, that whatever you do consistently will shift your life in ways you can never imagine. So what is that thing that the Lord has put in your hands? What is that thing that you must do? Begin to do it and become consistent in it. There is a grace. There is such a huge grace for consistency in 2026. It is so massive and so powerful that anybody who jumps into this grace will find their lives shift in such a way that they can never imagine. Remember, the scripture says God is always able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ever think or imagine. Now, the way that happens is according to the power that is at work within us. How does the power at work within us manifest? It is as we stay in God consistently. So this is my message to you today. Go and get consistent. Become consistent in the reading of the word. Become consistent in praying. Become consistent in reading books that you know will transform your life. And watch what will happen to you between now and 2030. Thank you so much for listening once again, and God bless you.